Follow us as we explore people's collections and what fuels their passion. This is Museums at Home. In today's episode, we meet two passionate collectors from Scotland. We will hear them share their experiences, where their stories began, and the reasons why they love what they do. Bill's passion focuses on his love for bass guitars. He's collected over 22 over the years, building an impressive collection. Despite being encouraged to pursue other hobbies when he first started learning the bass, Bill continued with what he loves and began his journey.
My name's Bill Baird. I'm a bass player of, I've done about 43 years I've been playing bass now, various pub and club bands and that, playing on the wedding circuit, stuff like that. Because initially I wanted a bass guitar, and my dad said to me he was keen to get me in music and that, so my father said to me, what instrument would you like to play? And I'm immediately, no bones about it, bass guitar. Don't bass are bleeding stupid and that, So that Christmas I ended up with an acoustic guitar, which was no bass guitar. So that sat in the corner for a couple of years and that. It wasn't until I left school and got a job and that, I managed to save the money up to actually buy my first bass guitar, and I actually had to sneak it in the house and that, before. And I actually had it about 3 months before my dad even knew that I had the damn thing and that, but of course my dad came into one look at it and goes, wasting money. And he promptly stormed off to the pub and that, and so I was left with my bass guitar and that, and here we are 43 years odds later and that, and I'm still playing along and that, so.
Bruce's passion is built around his love for cycling. Bruce started collecting bikes when he was only 3 years old. He is the owner of the first fat bike in Scotland. Riding almost every day, has now collected over 10 bikes over the years. Bruce still has the passion for his continuously growing collection, and he loves to share it alongside his experiences and stories on his blog with his followers.
Hi, my name's Bruce Matheson. I'm 51 and I live in East Lothian in a small seaside town called Dunbar. And I'm a bit of a hoarder. I remember my first bike so earliest memory I've actually got is my dad letting go of me on a bike with no stabiliser, and I remember him running behind, panting, trying to keep up, and I was gone. And I've always cycled. I've always had bikes. We grew up on a farm on a private estate, so we needed bikes to get about, to get to school, to go and see friends, and we lived on a 3,000 acre estate, which was a great place to go and explore. So I've always been into exploring on bikes. I've always been off-road. Went to high school, rode BMX craze in the 80s. And that's really when the building and collecting and wheeling and dealing with bikes started. And then I did mountain biking when mountain bikes came out. I've still got my first mountain bike outside. I go to the shops on most days. And everything I do revolves around cycling. I can cycle to work, cycle to shops, cycle for exercise, cycle to the pub, do everything I want on a bike. And it's the first it was the first real feeling of freedom as a child, when you're a kid, and that when you can get away from your parents and just go away and explore and have an adventure in your back garden and such, or a bit further afield. Bikes have allowed me to do that. So yeah, bikes been with me as long as I remember all my life.
When did I get my first bass? That would be December 1979. After I'd been to a gig to see the Stranglers, and I seen Jean-Jacques Burnel playing the bass, and I was immediately enthralled. So I decided to go out and buy myself a bass guitar. I didn't really start collecting bass guitars till probably about 2004, 2005. I always had one or two guitars knocking about that I would be using for gigs and stuff like that. And when I was working in Glasgow, I worked at 20 Chongate, and I was only there maybe about 6 months when I think Guitar opened up right next door. 1 2 testing 1 2. Yeah, well, this one that I'm absolutely playing, this was the first Fender that I bought, which I got from a music shop in Edinburgh. I think it was Varsity Music. I think it was the shop called Varsity Music. It's a 1975 Fender jazz bass. So this bass has been with me pretty much my whole career. It was originally white, but I wanted a black bass, so I ended up I got it coloured black, which was a big mistake. If I hadn't got it coloured black, it'd probably be worth a hell of a lot more money than it's actually at the moment. But it's still a bass that's dear to my heart, and that, and probably wouldn't part with it. To be fair.
I've got a lot of childhood toys that I've kept a hold of, and just for a nostalgic sort of reason I've got them. And then I've got bicycles that I've collected. I've always cycled. Earliest memories were cycling. And in the last 15 years I've collected all the bikes that I've bought and built myself, and for my partner as well now. And a bit of wartime stuff. We're both interested in wartime history, so we collect anything we can pick up from people, car boot sales, etc.
One, two, three, four.
And when playing on stage, I love the bass guitar because it's just the sheer power of the instrument. Not like you can actually feel it hitting you in the chest when you've got a very good mix on the stage and that. Like so, it's an instrument I've always had an affinity in. I have since went on to play like 12-string guitar, 6-string guitar. I can play a bit of lead guitar, a bit of rhythm guitar and that. Like so, it's. But I always come back to the bass. Bass is my baby.
Draws her blinds and says the carnival's too close her eyes. So neon lights flicker out on funfair stands.
Playing bass guitar, I find it very therapeutic in many ways. That it was back in the day. I did have quite a stressful job and when I would come home, I would plug my bass in, put my headphones on, and I would just suddenly start playing. And next thing, 2, 3, 4 hours later, all the troubles, all the woes, they just totally melted away. Because when you're playing an instrument, you've got to focus on what you're actually doing. So all the stuff that's been building up during the day, it just all melts away. And so playing the bass guitar, I find it very, very therapeutic.
I get a lot of self-satisfaction building a bike myself, from sourcing a frame and the parts and working out what I'm going to put on it. I build my own wheels. So to ride a bike you've built yourself and you fix yourself it's a great feeling. Yeah, I think bikes keep you young because they bring out the big kid in you, goofing around on bikes. And so I hope to cycle as long as I can.
Merry dancers danced and said goodnight. Some lovers loved, then had a fight. To waken up the night.